The Cannabis Show is for information only. You should always consult with a qualified and licensed physician or other medical care provider.
On this episode of The Cannabis Show, dry mouth is the topic of conversation with Heart to Heart. Basil will look into a friend of the cannabis world with Basil's Buds, the importance of follow-ups with your doctor, and much more.
Were you aware that references to cannabis being used as a medicine appear as early as 2900 BC? The Chinese emperor refers to the popular medicine ma, or cannabis, as possessing both yin and yang. The Bible's book of Exodus, thought to have been penned circa 1450 BC, refers to the holy anointing oil made from 6 pounds of cannabis, along with other fragrant herbs extracted into 6 quarts of olive oil. People were literally drenched in this. Indians of 1000 BC are consuming bang, a creamy concoction of cannabis and milk. There is even forensic evidence from the 1600s pointing to cannabis as being the preferred stimulant of William Shakespeare. Cannabis has literally been used in some form by everyone, everywhere, forever.
Hey there. Today I want to talk to you about one of the enemies of cannabis. Dun, dun, dun. Dry mouth. Many cannabis consumers testify that after ingesting or inhaling cannabis, they experience the dry sensation in the mouth that makes it feel like they have no saliva left at all. Swallowing gets difficult, and talking can even be a challenge. Now, the clinical word for dry mouth is xerostomia, and it's commonly called cotton mouth because of the white cotton-like film that coats the mouth and tongue. And it's also because it can feel as though someone has stuffed a bunch of cotton in your mouth and tried to dry it up. Think about going to the dentist pre-1990. Like it or not, one common side effect of cannabis use is excessive oral dryness. Now, there's been a lot of speculation and guesswork as to why cannabis causes cotton mouth. Some have argued that certain properties in cannabis dry out the mucous membranes in the mouth, and others theorize that the heat associated with smoking from joints and pipes dehydrates the mouth. However, we now know the truth. Since 2006, dry mouth syndrome has been the subject of research by scientists in Argentina. They explain that the body's cannabinoid receptors act as binding sites and are found in many parts of the body, including the salivary glands. Both types of cannabinoid receptors, CB1 and CB2, are present in the submandibular glands beneath the floor of the mouth. These glands produce about 70% of our saliva. When cannabinoids like THC bind to its receptors in these glands, it stops receiving messages from the nervous system telling them to produce saliva. And folks, there you have it, dry mouth. I should note that while uncomfortable, it does go away after a little while, and it can be alleviated by staying hydrated. Remember, drink plenty of water, especially before using cannabis in any form. Some people suggest squeezing a little bit of fresh lemon into the water and sipping it throughout the day. One thing's for certain though, try to avoid things like coffee and sugary drinks because these will dehydrate your body. Oh, and you may also want to avoid alcohol as well since it can dehydrate you too. Try eating fruit with high water content like watermelon or pineapple. Let's hope all of this research pays off and someday we can grow a strain that doesn't make you feel like somebody dumped a bottle of glue in your mouth. Anyway, thanks for listening. Cheers.
When you inhale cannabis, you're converting the non-psychoactive THCA, or acid form of the THC, into the psychoactive form called delta-9 THC. When you eat cannabis, your liver converts that THCA to delta-11 THC, a compound that produces different effects than the delta-9. But you get the combined effect of the two. Eating it versus inhaling produces more body-centered effects that are more evenly distributed throughout the body.
This is Basil's Buds, where I talk about someone awesome who I wish was my bud. Dr. Raphael Moukalam is an Israeli organic chemist. He is very widely known for the role that he played in the identification and isolation of our two most notable endocannabinoids, anandamide, and 2-AG, as well as the phytocannabinoid THC. He has been dubbed the father of cannabis, despite having never consumed the plant. That matters not to me. I'd still gladly be a part of his entourage effect. See what I did there? Because he was responsible for discovering the entourage effect.
Do you want to be on the Cannabis Show? Have you had success with medical cannabis? We want to hear from you. We're looking for patients to come on the show and share their story. If that's you, please email the Cannabis Show at naturalhealthservices.ca. On the Cannabis Show, you can ask us anything. I'm Chris, and with me I have my expert panel here, Hart and Basil. Now, today's question comes in from Haley, and I'm gonna read it like she probably wrote it, with a little bit of frustration, okay? So it says, why do I have to come in for a follow-up if everything is okay and I don't want to change anything?
Well, it's actually not our rule. It's the College of Physicians mandates that when prescribing a narcotic, you have to follow up every 90 days.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're on anything, you're going to see your that's a narcotic, you're going to see your doctor every 90 days. But it's not us, as you say, it's the college. But you're under a doctor's care, so why wouldn't you come in, make sure everything is going? I mean, I know she says everything's going smoothly, but it makes sense to come on in and just check things out. Maybe there's something new we can talk to you about.
Yeah, people are always surprised about
Communication.
CBD.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
it just makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's for your best, Haley. So yeah, no, please come on in for those follow-ups. And like Hart said, you might even learn something new every time you do. So if you guys got a question for us at The Cannabis Show, you can email it to us, thecannabisshow@naturalhealthservices.ca.